My name's Austin Brown. This is Katie Myers, and we're doing nuclear energy in Mr. Rasmussen's integrated science first period. Advantages of nuclear power is that nuclear power generation does emit relatively low amounts of carbon dioxide. The emissions of greenhouse gases, and therefore the contribution of nuclear power plants to global warming is therefore relatively small. This technology is readily available. It doesn't have to be developed first. And it's possible to generate a high amount of electrical energy in one single plant.
Disadvantages of nuclear power generation. The problem of radioactive waste is still an unsolved one. The waste from nuclear energy is extremely dangerous, and it has to be carefully looked after for several thousand years. It is technically impossible to build a plant with 100% security. Small probability of failure will always last. The energy source for nuclear energy is uranium. Uranium is a scarce resource. Its supply is estimated to last only for the next 30 to 60 years, depending on the actual demand. Just go.
Production. Changes can occur in the structure of nuclei, or of the nuclei of atoms. These changes are called nuclear reactions. Energy created in a nuclear reaction is called nuclear energy or atomic energy. Nuclear energy is produced naturally in man-made operations under human control. Nuclear energy is produced in two different ways. Large nuclei are split to release energy. In the other method, small nuclei are combined to release energy.
Do you want me to read this one, or are you going to finish that?
Just go.
Okay. Fission of uranium-235 nucleus, adapted from nuclear energy, nuclear waste. Nuclear fusion. In nuclear fusion, the nuclei of atoms are joined together or fused. This happens only under very hot conditions. The sun, like all other stars, creates heat and light through nuclear fusion. In the sun, hydrogen nuclei fuse to make helium. The hydrogen bomb, humanity's most powerful and destructive weapon, also works by fusion. The heat required to start the fusion reaction is so great that an atomic bomb is used to provide it. Hydrogen nuclei fuse to form helium, and in the process release huge amounts of energy, thus producing a huge explosion.
Milestone in the history of nuclear energy. A more depth and detailed history of nuclear energy is on the nuclear past page. December 2nd, 1942, the nuclear age began at the University of Chicago when Enrico Fermi made a chain reaction in a pile of uranium. August 6, 1945, the United States dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan, killing over 100,000 people. August 9, 1945, the United States dropped an atomic bomb on Nagasaki, Japan, killing over 40,000 people. November 1st, 1952, the first large version of the hydrogen bomb was exploded by the United States for testing purposes. February 21st, 1956, the first major nuclear power plant opened in England.
And that was our presentation.
That was our presentation.